Hi everyone! Today, let's talk about one of the most watched new launches in 2026. It's none other than Dunearn House at Bukit Timah. You know right, nowadays being an agent, sometimes it is really not easy to do so many things at once. Need to go for sales presentation, need to meet clients, need to go for viewings, you handle rentals, errands, water leaking in the houses, this spoil, that spoil, this tenant pay rental late.
The landlord not happy with the tenant, and so many much more. And yet sometimes all the developers want to launch their projects together. But no matter what,
I think this one I must share a little bit because I feel I am connected to this place. No, I don't stay nearby and I wish I am. So in fact, I'm actually from Dunearn Secondary School. Although during my time right, my school was already relocated to Bukit Batok, but the road name still seems very close to my heart, so I must share. So please do me a favor, give me a like and share this video if you miss your secondary school days. The developer has just released the guide prices, and the big question is this: is Dunearn House expensive, or is it actually a fair entry price for Bukit Timah at District 11, and it has the new Turf City transformation? Because when we see a 2-bedroom starting from around 1.47 million and a 3-bedroom starting from 2.59 million, about 2.6 million, and the 4-bedroom at 3.588 million, many buyers will naturally ask, wow, is this cheap, fair price, or is it overvalued, overpriced? So in this video, I'm not just going to read the price list, I want to compare it against the land prices nearby, as well as the new launches in the CCR or the RCR launches. And also I would like to touch on a nearby resale project which is quite new. So please stay till the end to find out which project I'm talking about. So without wasting your time, let's dive into it. Dunearn House is a 99 years leasehold new launch along Dunearn Road in District 11 near the 6th Avenue MRT station, the Bukit Timah area, and all the good schools along the road. It has 380 units and it is developed by a joint venture between Fraser's Property, Sakisui House, and CSC Land Group. It is also marketed as the first private residential new launch within Bukit Timah Turf City transformation area. So according to URA, Turf City is planned to become a new housing estate with around 15,000 to 20,000 public and private homes over the next 20 to 30 years, with a car-like, green, and well-connected planning concept. So for buyers, the key selling point is not just buying a condo near Bukit Timah, near the good school, near the MRT. It is also about buying early and entering early into a future transformation precinct. Based on the latest guide pricing, the 2-bedroom starts from about 1.75 million with sizes from around 527 square feet to 678 square feet. So that works out roughly about $2,799 PSF for the lowest price 2-bedroom. The 3-bedroom starts from about 2.597 million with sizes from around 872 square feet to 1001 square feet. So that works out from roughly in the range of $2,978 PSF. The 4-bedroom starts from about 3.58 million with sizes from 1184 square feet to 1378 square feet, $3,030 PSF. So realistically, Dunearn House is not a so-called cheap project in absolute quantum, but more importantly, the question will be relative to today's land cost and the competing new launches in the CCR, is this entry price reasonable? Let us look at the land price. Dunearn House land cost is around $1,410 PSF per plot ratio, PPR. But the more interesting thing is that what happened after that. The next nearby Dunearn Road GRS site was awarded at around $1,625 PSF PPR, which is about 15% higher than Dunearn House land cost. So this is important because in future, the land cost goes up, the future selling price will also likely be higher. And this is not like 5-10%, it's 15%. So in this chart, we can also see that the CCR land prices has been moving up. For example, the chart shows the CCR land prices averaging around 1409 PSF in 2024, and then $1,521 PSF in 2025, and $1,678 PSF PPR in 2026. So when Dunearn House is selling from around the highs of 2000 plus range PSF, we must remember that the land was bought at an earlier and lower benchmark compared to the next site, which is probably the strongest argument for Dunearn House pricing. Now, let us compare with other new launches. In this market analysis report, the nearby or comparable new launches, the starting prices are like that. So let's just compare the most popular 3-bedroom types, just based on the quantum price. Promenade Peak in the District 3 River Valley area, the 3-bedroom is about 3.2 million now, the balance unit pricing. For Zion Grand 3-bedroom, the balance price unit starts from about 2.79 million. River Green 3-bedroom at about 3.1 million. River Modern 3-bedroom from about 2.852 million. And lastly, Robertson Opus, which is a freehold, different from the rest, is about 3.2 million. Even project at Clementi Avenue 1, Alta, are transacting at $2,900 PSF already. So if you compare purely by quantum and you want to enter the CCR region segment for the condo, 3-bedroom condo, Dunearn House 3-bedroom from 2.6 million looks lower than many of the CCR or near the CCR launches if you enter early, of course. We must be fair to Dunearn House, although it is not like what we compared earlier in the Orchard River Valley area. It is in Bukit Timah Dunearn Road near the Turf City. So buyer profile may be a little bit different, but for someone who wants a prime district address, like Dunearn Road, Bukit Timah, and has got an MRT nearby, has also good school nearby, and does not want to pay close to 3 million or above 3 million quantum for a 3-bedroom, Dunearn House then become quite an interesting choice. So, which resale condo do you think we should compare Dunearn House with? So in my mind, 4th Avenue Residences pops out the first one because this is one of the most natural choices, as the location, it is just opposite Dunearn House, very close to the 6th Avenue MRT as well. 4th Avenue Residences was launched back in 2019. It is also a 99-year leasehold project. But we must remember one very important difference. 4th Avenue Residences was launched before the harmonized floor plan became the norm. Today, with harmonized floor plans, the stated internal space, right, is cleaner and without counting in the aircon latch. So when we compare PSF difference between the old and the new launches, the newer projects PSF may seem much higher compared to the older projects, partly because it is on a different calculation basis. And from the profitable sale transaction screenshot, 4th Avenue Residences owner bought at about $2,200 to $2,400 PSF and later sold in the range of $2,500 to $2,800 PSF, with capital gains ranging from $100,000 to about $500,000 plus. So to be honest, in my opinion, this is not like a super fantastic comparison to some other new launches back then if you buy at the same period of time. Example like Park Esta, Jadescape, or maybe like a Park Clementis, just to name a few. So is Dunearn House fairly priced? Yes, in my opinion, based on the land cost. As in my previous video, when we add up all the costs involved, the developer's starting prices is estimated to be at about 1.9x, 1.9 times to 2 times of the land cost nowadays. So starting PSF at about $2,800 PSF is quite fair. It's not low, rather can I say it is high. So that means for Dunearn House, buyer cannot just buy blindly and expect the same upside. You need to choose the right stack, the right facing, and of course the right layout for you. And of course in the right quantum range. $2,799 PSF starting price. Dunearn House is not cheap, but it is not shocking in today's market. Why? So first, land cost has already moved up. Second, the next nearby site was sold at a higher land price. Third, many CCR and City Fringe launches, they are already starting at much higher quantum. Fourth, Dunearn House has the first mover advantage in Turf City. And fifth, the 2-bedroom quantum from about 1.475, although it's a 2-bed 1-bath, it is quite a attractive entry level for relatively for in this prime district new launch. But there's also some risk. Turf City is a long-term transformation. So URI says the full development will take maybe up to 20-30 years. So buyer must not expect everything to transform overnight. Also, there will be more future supply in the Turf City area. More homes can bring more amenities, more vibrancy, and more demand. But it also means one thing, more competition in future. So to me, Dunearn House is suitable for buyers who believe in Bukit Timah long-term transformation and want to enter early. But if you are buying purely for short-term profit, then you must be very selective. So my final take is this. Dunearn House is priced like a 2026 prime district. new launch. But when we compare against today land prices and other CCR and near CCR launches, and the one next to Dunearn Road, the new GRS, I would say that the guide price looks quite fair, especially for the lower quantum 2-bedroom units. The 3-bedroom units will depend more on the stack, or which stack you're looking at, in terms of the floor plan efficiency, the layout efficiency, and whether the buyer is buying for own stay or for investment. What do you think? Do you think Dunearn House guide price is fair for Bukit Timah new launch? Or do you think it is too expensive compared to older projects like the 4th Avenue residences? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate if you could hit the like button, just the like button, and it means so much to me. And if you don't want to miss out any similar video like this, do hit the subscribe button so you will not miss out the next one. And if you want the latest price list, floor plan, or proper comparison between Dunearn House and other new launches, you can contact me directly. I'll be happy to help you analyze whether this project makes sense for your situation. I'll see you in the next one.